Hi everyone and welcome back to Diamond Paintings with me, your host Mike, and today we're going to be doing hopefully the entire block of this, if we've got enough time. 45 minutes on the clock today. Boom. So yeah, we're going to do a bit of this and yeah, let's get moving. So I have just had a lovely cup of tea with a blueberry muffin, you know, like the ones I showed you in the previous video, and some chocolate digestive biscuits, very unfattening dessert. And yeah, just been getting on this, but I couldn't wait. I was waiting for this to upload and I was like, I couldn't wait to get more of this done. So I'm so excited to get more of this done. What would be really nice if I got this completed today, which is highly unlikely, but you know, every step is a bit further achieved. And I've got a bit of back pain at the moment, so I don't know what I've done to my back, but it's very aching. So I don't know what's causing that, but it's quite annoying, to say the least. And then I've just been watching my Military Watches video back, just make sure I'm happy with it, and because I always have to check for like audio issues and stuff like that, so it looks okay to me, and pretty good. And then after this I need to do some filming. I'm still waiting for Postman Pat and his black and white cat, which still won't come. So still waiting for that. Then I got an email from Amazon to say that my Galaxy is on the way. Yes, I know what you're probably thinking, you could have got it from a shop, but I am very lazy. I just like the luxury of ordering it. And with Amazon they've got these things where you can do subscribe and save, so if it's something regular that you want, then you can order it and it's set up to come every month or every 2 months, however you want to set it up for. So I've done that, and it was 99p and I got it for 89p, so pretty worth it. And then I got a load of works emails saying about their Christmas range and the advent calendars, so pretty good. And then yeah, I'm just doing this now. So this is the priority for today, is to try and get as much of this done as possible. So because I've got a torn decision, do I work on the Christmas one next or do I do a bit of November? So because once it gets to next week, I always start filming for the next month in the second month of the previous month, if that makes sense. So yeah. So yeah, I love it, as I said, I love it when you get a block colour like this and you can really speed up. And it won't be long before we get our autumn bag delivery, because every autumn we get a bag, some black bags delivered. So yeah, at least you won't have to buy them from the shops, so that's pretty good. But yeah, apart from that, it's just basically washing day, where I've just put my second load on, so I'm just washing a rug thing that I use. My big tiger, I've got this big tiger blanket, and basically use it as like a sofa throw. So it's lovely and warm. But my relative had it one day and I was like, oh, I really want that. So I had to get it. It was like 11 quid. And it makes it bright. It makes a brilliant wall display. So yeah, it's pretty good. So yes, yes, yes. Come rock me, Amadeus. So yeah, Amadeus, Amadeus. Amadeus, 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 come rock me, Amadeus. So yeah. Do 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 do. find a dragonfly painting, that'd be quite nice to do. I like doing exotic pets, so like snakes, reptiles, that sort of thing. Definitely want to do like a reptile theme at some point. That'd be lovely. So yeah, as I said, I've still got to get some more of this said colour, which I'll tackle when I can be bothered to find it. And yeah, so we'll do that when we can. M, where's my M gone? There we go, you're hiding from me. This is a colour that I have in my Titanic picture. Oh, for God's sake, what's happened now? This is, sorry, just bear with me, because apparently this phone is out of charge again. I literally charge this 50 odd times a day, it's ridiculous. There we go. But yes, as I was saying before I got interrupted again, I've got a Titanic painting that has these sort of colours, so it's pretty good. Relight my fire, your love is my only desire, 'cause I need your love, oh yeah. Oh yeah, is that the same as that? No, it's dark. Okay, that's fine. I was going to use that to fill that in bits of totally different colour, so that's okay. See, it doesn't stop the camera when a notification comes up, but it's always when like someone calls me. So yeah. Have you ever heard that song? It's, if you type it in Google, it goes, have you ever been in that situation where you lost your keys in your mobile phone? I lost my keys. I lost my phone. I lost my keys. I lost my phone. Or Lippo Fatti for the reggae. Do, 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 do. I always remember this song at Blakelands. It was this one woman, and she was brilliant. She played, she sang The Man with the Golden Gun. You know, the one that goes, he's the man with the golden gun, searching from this darkened away, across from the rooftop somewhere, in the next room of this very one, the man with the golden gun. But she left, and she was brilliant. But they had this song called V for Variety, the best is show in Britain. It's V for Variety, everybody can't you see? V, 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 V for Variety. Oh yeah. Love that. They've never really brought it back since. I get emails like every day from Lisa at Blakelands, which is like an automated robot that sends you offers and that. But apparently you can pay £10 a month, and that is that's like a deposit, so you can pay and spread the cost. But apparently, if you find a holiday that's cheaper, they'll refund you the difference after you've, like if you find it cheaper before the quote that you've already got, they'll pay it for you. That, I think that's really cool, so I'm going to slip that into there. That'll take care of that drill. So yeah, it's pretty good. I'm thinking about going to see that Wakanda film, you know, the new Marvel program film, whatever it is. I want to go and see that. I think it looks pretty good. I'm a massive Marvel fan, so. But since Endgame, they've sort of like gone down the route of individual character films, so interesting. Because Marvel, we know, it's pretty big. So yeah. This is a lovely colour. It's like a creamy white colour, like them squashies I got the other day, which was like yesterday. There we go, Sunny Stormy. There's one for you. Look, this lovely, gorgeous purple colour that you like. Do check her channel out. She does cats, basically videos of cats. Pretty good. Do 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 do. Do you like that tune? It's on the World of Rain channel. You know that tune that goes la 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 I love it. It's brilliant. So catchy, you know. So, what's everyone's Christmas plans? Are you all going? I feel like I'm doing a stream and there's no one there. Let me know in the comments what you're doing this year. Are you spending it at home? Are you going away? Home and away. That's another show they should get rid of, is Home and Away. Neighbours is utter rubbish. Hollyoaks is okay. I've actually met Ziggy from Hollyoaks. He came to Braintree once, and because every year we get a celebrity that comes and switches the Braintree lights on for the Christmas light switch on, and we had Ziggy and he went in a pub and we got a photo with him. So it just goes to show you don't have to go far to get a photo. I mean, I meet famous people all the time because obviously I work in the theatre, so you know, as and when, so I meet people all the time. And I'll never forget this time. It was at Broomfield Hospital, because back then I had a serious life-threatening operation. I can't go into detail because obviously it's personal, and yeah, I had to stay in overnight. I was there for about a week and a half, and they sorted it out. And on my day of leaving, we saw this man with really fuzzy hair, and I'm thinking, oh my god, that is Russell Brand. So I walked back up, and Debbie ran over there because she loves her. Debbie is my auntie, and she ran over there, so he loves him, and she goes, oh my god, it's Russell Brand. I've got to go over and get an autograph. And it turns out it was actually Russell Brand, but it turns out his mum was in a ward within the hospital, so he went to see her. So you know when you're sort of like, you've seen this person on TV for so long, and then he just walks past you and you're thinking, oh my god, that's the man off the TV. And then you sort of look twice because you don't feel it's real. But yeah, it was. I've met the guy that does in EastEnders, the guy who played Keegan, was it? You know, the one that went round with Tiffany. Yeah, I've met him. I was walking in Chelmsford one day and he walked past me, so he must have gone to Chelmsford for the day. But yeah, so it just goes to show. I mean, technically we're famous as well. Like all the people that do YouTube, we're technically famous as well because we're on TV. We're on like our own dedicated channels, and like if you see them in, if you was to see us in the street, it's like, oh my god, that's Mike from the TV, or like, you know, or it could be like Sunny Stormy from the TV. Like, I wonder how like our people would react. I'd love it if someone came up to me and said, could I have your autograph, please? I would find that so funny. But my dream is to meet all my fans. That would just be amazing. That would be a dream come true, and I'd love to meet in person. There's a guy that specialises in engines, and he does I think they're called Pete engines or something like that, and I would love to meet him to see that. My favourite one is, there's 2 engines, and there's like a conveyor belt thing that goes in a figure of 8, but at the end of it, this engine is pumping, but at the end of it, this other engine has got water coming out of it, and that to just see that in person, that would like be so amazing. Yeah. Do. I need to go for I don't know. Sorry, lost myself there. Got a bit carried away. So I'm assuming what we're doing at the moment is his hand or his paw here. It looks pretty good. But yeah, I think diamond paint is something that I'm gonna be stuck with until I'm old and grey and probably dead. Because I've done this for, I can't remember when I started. If anyone knows, I know vaguely that it was a Dalmatian that I kick-started it with, but it's got to be in at least a year now since I started this. I'm going to reverse that into that hole there. I'll take care of that one. And that one is, let's have a look. If that's C, we can use that for that. Let's have a look. Looks like a round, that one. Okay, yeah, that is C. Lovely. Okay, so we'll use that one for up here then. That looks like a round. Am I seeing things here? Oh my god, it is a round. What the hell? Okay, interesting. So that's pretty interesting. I'm thinking that definitely is not going in a square shape, so it must be a round. So, wow. Okay, cool. But diamond painting's just become like an everyday thing for me. I do it every day. So, apart from the weekend, but this weekend just gone, I didn't get any break because I've just been, I've had a couple of backlogged issues because Titanic was really late because they missed off issue 28, so I had to wait for it to come in because I had to back order it. And back orders can take anywhere between, it can be 1 week, 2 weeks. I'll never forget one time with the Spitfire, I think it was 77, it took 7 weeks, yeah, because I suppose Mency buys it from Harshette and then they distribute it to the shops maybe, and perhaps when they're running low they have to order it from them. They're like a trader, I suppose. Let's just have a look at that. Why, yeah. But all the drills, I'm just going to probably put all in one bag, like all the spare ones. So yeah, it's pretty good. Do. I should show my sister this because I bought her a painting at Christmas and she was like, I bought her it and you know, she didn't. Shoved it in a cupboard and she was like, oh, I don't have the time for it. Yeah, but you sit down all day watching TV but you don't have time for it. Yeah. In other words, what she was trying to say there is that she didn't like it and didn't want to do it. She's got a cross stitch that her dad got her. Again, apparently she don't have the time. Well, if she was to come in and, you know, sit down rather than watching TV, you would have the time. But she's one of these ones that have she's always stuck to her phone watching on Facebook. And I mean, I go on Facebook, but I'm more on Messenger than I am on anything else. I'm not really one that has to keep posting things. I used to ages ago post like regular updates, but because it's like so much low usage now, I don't really do that anymore. Facebook's there for like if I just join groups or anything, so yeah. I had this friend once and she was called Sophie Peachy, and obviously back in them days it was school, and she discovered that Facebook launched in 2004, and she would always, in Miss Radiki's class, Miss Radiki was from Greece, I think, and she would always go on Facebook in the lesson, and she would always say to me, right Mike, if you see them, just let me know. So I would have to tell her. So yeah, it's always pretty funny. Just feels like ages since like school ended and college, and I mean I never went to university, so from senior school I went to Colchester Institute, studied there 2 years for welding, so learned how to do tack welding, MIG welding, and then after that I basically moved into the job that I do now. So it was so funny though, but I think I've spoke about this before. So we was in this welding room, and one of the things we had to do was weld 3 straight lines in a blob, so that, you know, because we were new to welding, and then we had to grind it off. And this guy called Donald went into I'm sorry, but it cracks me it cracks me up every time. But this guy went into for God's sake this guy went into the room, right? So he's got to grind it, but what does he do? He picks up the grinder with no blade on it. So obviously there's smoke coming out from the unit, and the technician there was not happy. He was like, this is a brand new welder, you're going to have to pay for that. And I've never seen Donald look so red in the face. Because I could smell smoke coming. I could smell it, and I was like, I've got to get the technician, something's not right here. And of course he's got earphones in, because obviously sounds of a grinder is quite, you know. And yeah, I'll never forget that, and I'm still friends with him to this day. It's so funny. Oh my god, I wish I could have filmed it. Oh, the good old days of college. And like me and my friend Adam, we would always like go on breaks, we would get Red Bull, because back then that was sort of like what teenagers would do, buy like Red Bull and all that stuff. And yeah, then I moved to TGI Fridays, which it was TGI, like a training course thing, and you would get your travel paid for you, you would get vouchers every week for attending the course. It was just a really, really fun course. But yeah, I'll never forget that. You always need a good laugh, didn't you? See again, look, random pink. That's so annoying when they do that. I mean, I don't tweak the colours, so I'll do what they, you know, what it says to do, so. But yeah. I'll never forget that. Oh, epoxy sirens every bloody minute. I've never known a town to have so many emergencies. Like, can you hear that? Listen. This is what I get every bloody week, every day. Like, they come nearly like every 5 minutes up the road, because obviously I live near a main road, but you know, every 5 minutes you're trying to film through something and you get epoxy sirens. So that's probably a fire engine or something. Is that a fire engine? Yeah. If only the fire engine's going off to fetch ladder 9. But the fire engine is just around the corner from me, you see, so yeah. But it is a bit annoying, you know, when you're trying to film. That's the 3rd one that's gone through this morning. I'd love to sit in one of them. Because on fairground rides, no, on the special event places, you can sit in them and have your photo taken. My brother's got one done. So, it'd be quite nice. Because I think the ladder 9, they've actually, is it something to do with every pack that we buy, they get a donation or something to that? Because ladder 9 is based on a true fire engine that's in America. So I think they say that when you buy it, a donation goes there or something. So I don't know what that one is. I think that's O, so I'll put that there. But yeah. Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye. Why am I singing that? Oh my god. I hate all the, you know, the cows singing. And oh my god, Auld Lang Syne. Oh man, I have to turn it off. I like the one with Annie Lennox. But one of my favourite songs is Gaudete, and I think it's Italian, but it goes Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete, tempus salus gratiae, aquaratabamus, caminara titiae, devuere damus. Benedictum Domino, salus Virgi nostro, Benedictum Domino, la 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 la, Gaudete. Or the one that goes, God rest ye merry gentlemen, there's nothing you dismay, for Jesus Christ our Saviour was born on Christmas Day, to save our soul from Satan, how when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Or the one that goes, in Dulci Jubilu, there are people singing, la 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 la. But the, you know, the old-fashioned ones that go, so it is, Merry Christmas. Oh my god. Slade, yeah. My dad likes that, but there was a time, yeah, because obviously my parents are not together, because my dad ran off with another woman. And obviously he doesn't like doing Boxing Day, because each year we take it in turns. So each year, like sometimes Hannah and George will be with my mum for Christmas, and then next year they will be with their dad for Christmas. I never visit, so it's not a problem for me, because I don't spend time with him. I've not spoken to him ever since that incident. And yeah, so there was a time, I think it was our turn to have it at my mum's for Christmas with them, and it was Boxing Day. So what he did was he done some presents on Boxing Day, but then he had another day and hid some presents until the next day to make it look like it was Christmas Day. But I think this year they're around there for Christmas Day. I'm not too sure, but let's not think about Christmas yet, because we're in October. Would have been nice if there was some hands on this, like little paws, you know? Oh man, that would be amazing. So again, remember that I'm going to cover the missing drills as soon as I get some more of them. That's no problem. So yeah, but you see how much more we get done when we do a bit longer. So we may get the second block done and crash the target. Oh my god, yeah, as a kid, yeah, it was one Christmas I'll never forget. It was a Christmas, and back then there was this Lego set, but it had dragons, like these big, like, I think they were made from plastic, and it was called Midgard, and you used to get a red dragon, a brown dragon, a green dragon, and yeah, we made this ginormous Lego set. So yeah, it was a pretty good experience. Then we had we had this eagle thing. One day I had Lego and I couldn't put it together, so my dad opened it up and he made an eagle out of it. So yeah, I came down and there was an eagle on the table and I was like, okay, someone's made me an eagle. But yeah, I think Christmas is sort of like, you know, family time, eating as much as you want, you just don't really care. And then the new year, it's always an exciting time for Parkwork builders because we get loads of new launches. And the reason why I do so many is because I know that if I don't do that one, I could regret it and then I miss my opportunity. A lot of the time, Parkworks, once they've been out, they won't come out again unless they're really successful. I've had Parkworks that I've never seen come back out again, like the Black Pearl. So you're sort of torn and you have to do it there and then or miss the opportunity. But then as time has gone on, we've now got fantastic companies like D'Agostini and Algora that do the same collections each year, so it means that you can focus on, say, a different one and then go do that one the year after. I've took a break from Agora because it's just so expensive and I'd rather just focus on sorting out the Spitfire. I know it's always going to be there, but for me Agora is not priority at the moment. Having said that, they did take the payment for, I think it's Pack 3 Part 1, because we pay 1 month but we don't get anything, but then the next month we pay the second payment to that payment to then get the parts. I know it's very confusing, but that's how it works. So very similar to the Agostini. So yeah. Because they used to do that, but Agora, I think they need like the platform where they need the platform that has the thing that D'Agostini and Fanome have got, so you can see what's been sent. And this is one thing, this is what's poor about Egamos, is they, rather than sort out their payments, because we think that the reason why we weren't getting stuff is because they weren't paying the warehouse, so they're within their rights to keep the goods in the warehouse. But they were thinking, they was basically spending money on sorting out, you know, customer service, bringing in WhatsApp and all that sort of thing, when they should have really been focusing on sorting out the customers' orders. But yeah, they were just lying to customers saying, oh, it's delays. And you sort of got wondering, well, Harshek get it through fine, D'Agostini get it through fine, Agora get it through fine. So you knew for well they were covering up something, they were lying. And then it turns out that no merchandise has left the warehouse in China since March. So it just goes to show you can't stunt things. You know, if you've got problems, be honest with the customer. And then they employed this idiot that basically he would post every day about problems on the page, and with all due respect, I certainly wouldn't post about problems. Every single post was like, oh, we've got a delay, we've got this, we've got that, and I've never known a company to do that before. So why he was employed to do that, I don't know. But I think most of the agents will return to Comdata. Comdata is basically a call centre. They work with RBA, basically the majority of all partwork companies, but there is a Zoe at that contact centre. I don't know whether she's, because I think what happened was she was at Comdata and then she got employed by Egamos because everyone loved her. And I remember at Christmas time I used to send her Milky Buttons because that was her favourite. And yeah, so everyone loved her there. So really, she might return to Comdata because call centres always want people. So maybe, because I know her surname, you see. So yeah, I used to have great fun talking to her on the phone about because I used to do a collection called Disney Cakes and Sweets, and still need to get round to filming that. But you know, she was always like, hey Mike, you alright? Yeah, can I make a payment please? Yeah, of course you can, mate, you know. I miss them days. some of my painters have done, they've got some really nice stuff. Later on I need to do, I'm changing my wall around, so I want to take all the paintings off that I originally put on the wall, and I'm going to change it a bit because I've got some Agora posters I want to put up. So they've been moved so many times, just want them in a proper place now. It'd be nice if you could put them in a frame of some sort. I'm going to do 4 more drills and then I'm going to have a sip of the tea because my mouth is sort of like drying up at the moment. So yabba dabba doo. Wow, I think we started there and we've got quite a lot done. So we've got 5 minutes left, so I'll finish this line off and then we'll call it, even if we finish early. But yeah, I do want to get out to Chelmsford. That's a good fun. I know, I guarantee you, every time I go to Chelmsford, there's always something I come back with. Because I just love spending. I never forget this one day, yeah. It was my first time at work back in 2017. Obviously, before then, I was doing agency stuff. And this was like a first proper job, you know, without being attached to an agency. Because with an agency, they'll send you anywhere. You're not basically attached to one company. And I'll never forget this. So I got my wages and I spent the whole lot. And then they tell me you've got to wait a whole month for the next payment. And I was like panicking like hell. How do I pay, you know, the bills and that? And yeah, my mum had to help me. But yeah, that's a lesson I learned that I probably won't do again. But if there's something I really want, like a new phone, then I will. I will splash out if I need to. So, but yeah, so I've got a spending problem, unfortunately. I spend, and it's been like it for years. I just can't control spending, and I'm quite transparent about that. I have some sort of spending addiction. I want to get more of this pumpkin done, so hopefully we'll get into that today. It's only 12:10. Because I got up earlier today, I've got quite a lot more done, so it's really, really good. Rainbow flying high, everyone can see it smiling over the sky. Paint the whole world with a rainbow. Talking of which, I have got a cross stitch that's a rainbow. So this afternoon I've got to do some more. I've got an engraving project, but I haven't worked on it for several weeks, so I'm going to crack on with that today. It's quite difficult managing 4 channels, because half the time I forget about the other channels that need videos for, so I'm more active on this diamond painting channel, I think. Rainbow flying high, everyone can see it flying over the sky. Paint the whole world with a... Or do you remember, does anyone remember Bill and Ben, the flower pot man? I'd love to do a painting in that. Was that a Y? Yeah, cool. Sorry if I do sing a lot, so you'll have to forgive me for that. Oh, look at that. I've just seen another one, look. I'm getting random... Look at that, I've got round drill there. This little blue one, and then I've got a yellow one up there. Where are these coming from? I always find it funny when you get a painting and they've put the wrong colour in it. It's so funny. We are Siamese, if you please, la 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 la. I have been in a choir. I used to sing Evergreen by Will Young, you know. Eyes like a sunrise, like a rainbow, fool us so. And I wonder why you look at me like that. You're thinking all behind. But I love the new one that he sings. You know, the one that goes, we feel joy. My mum loves that song. So yeah, we're going to finish this one off, and that will be it for this session today, until we film more once this uploads. Because as soon as I film it, I upload it, and then I'm right back on the next block. So I predict by the end of this week we should have this done. That's my feeling. I've got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. I was having a look through the doll's house, and there's nothing really I can do on it because it's all wall work. Just I miss filming on it, I really do, because I wish I could, you know, get it moving again, but because everything's on back order at the moment because my supplier let me down, I can't do much about it. Because when I have suppliers that work with me to get me parts, they understand that I work on an IOU basis, which means they send me the goods and then I pay them, because I don't, that is to stop me paying and then them running off with the money, you know, because then it's a big case. I think got to raise a court case to get that back, you know. So that's the way I do it. And basically someone got into his head and basically he just stopped supplying, and I can't work with people like that. So one thing that I will do is I'll only work with my, you know, my suppliers that I've worked with for years. So like Angel, she specialises, she's fairly new but she's really good. She does like most of the military watches for me that I do on my other channel. And I've got Julian, sometimes does a bit of Doll's House, Kate does Doll's House, Barry don't really tend to do with Doll's House, but he's mainly like other part works, like, you know, anything really that I need he'll try and get for me. He's a great guy and I used to go to school with him, but yeah, but it was just stupid. Like he done like this form thing, and I keep it in a file, but he basically writ up this stupid contract thing. It weren't a contract as such, but basically something to do with this discussion that we had because someone messaged him about something. But yeah, I still don't understand it, but and it's just really annoying because at the start I did make it very clear that, you know, I only pay once received, and yeah, then all of a sudden it gets stopped. Do you see what I mean? So I can't work with people like that, and people that do that will be blocked indefinitely. I'm not one for forgiving. You know, you know, if you want to have a civil conversation then that's fine, but you know, with suppliers that do that to me, that's it. Never again will I talk to you, and you're out of my life. Do you see what I mean? Because like with me, when you upset me, that's it, you're gone. Do you see what I mean? So I'll give, you know, I'll speak to you if you want to try and resolve it, but that's it. Shut them out of your life and go. So yeah. But we are finally, I really want to get into this rabbit because you know what's going to happen. That line is going to draw along there and up there, so we'll get all the teeth in as well. Oh my god, this is so exciting. But yeah, I've got a new Christmas thing coming. It's like a decoration thing, so yeah. Oh yes, I got an email from the Ombudsman. Lovely. Okay, I'll get to that. What we're doing? Oh, we've gone over. I do apologise, we've gone over a bit, but hey ho, we're having so much fun. You know that that Miranda show? Because I went on a. She would always used to go, such fun. Her mum, but she gave it up, and I don't know why. She was so good at it. But I went on a BBC Studios tour. It's White City once, which is in London, home of the BBC. But they moved it to central London, and now ITV have closed their studios down, and now they've moved it to BBC White City. But what they've done is they've used monitors to make it look like they're on the Thames, and they're not. It's basically a feed, because if you notice that it's all the same boats all the time. But yeah, I saw this set of Coming of Age, it was called, and you saw all the set, and for me, as I said, building the doll's house is like building a set. Because I come from a theatre background, it's like building a miniature set. Because if you watch Mrs. Brown Boys, you've got the audience behind here, but then you've got a track with a camera running through, because it could be like the living room there, the kitchen there, the bathroom there. They work in a line system, so the camera's always going backwards and forwards on a track system. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Mrs. Brown's Boys, although I would like to see that come back again, because I think she stopped it. But yeah, that's where we are, guys. This is really pushing along now. We are really starting to get this moving again. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. If you want to be notified of all the videos I do, please tap that bell and you'll be notified of all the videos I do. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow at the usual time of 7:30. Bye, guys!